The National Council for Peace and Order is the junta that has ruled Thailand since the 2014 Thai coup on the 22nd of May 2014. On the 20th of May 2014, the military had declared martial law nationwide in an attempt to stop the country's escalating political crisis, and to force the democratically elected government out. On the 22nd of May, the military ousted the Yingluck Shinawatra government and formed the NCPO to take control of the country. The junta censored the broadcasting system in Thailand, suspended the constitution, and detained members of the Thai cabinet. Name. The original English name assumed by the junta was National Peace and Order Maintaining Council, or NPOMC. The name was later changed to National Council for Peace and Order, or NCPO, on the 24th of May 2014. Membership and authority. On the 22nd of May 2014, the NCPO announced its composition and stated that its leader would exercise all powers and duties which the laws invest in the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, until a new Prime Minister was elected or appointed. On the 23rd of May, the NCPO announced that short and long-term national administrative policies would be determined by its leader. It assigned its members to government ministries and agencies. On the 24th of May 2014, the NCPO dissolved the Senate and vested legislative power in its leader. It also ordered the judicial branch to operate under its directives. Later that day, it transferred Police General Adul Saram Singh, who was the Commissioner General of the Royal Thai Police and also its deputy leader, to an inactive post in the office of the Prime Minister. Adul was replaced by Police General Warchirapul Prasanrajkit. On the 26th of May, King Bhumibol Adulyadej endorsed the coup, formally appointing General Prayut Chan-o-cha to take charge of public administration as of the 24th of May. The royal endorsement was seen as key to legitimizing the coup. Board of Consultants. On the 26th of May 2014, the NCPO announced the formation of its Board of Consultants, Political Motivations and Objectives. The stated objective of the coup and NCPO was to restore order to Thailand and to enact political reforms. Since taking over, the NCPO has made full use of martial law to prosecute opponents, ban political activity, and censor the media. More than 1,000 people, including academics, political bloggers, activists and politicians, have been detained or sent for attitude adjustment at military installations. There are allegations of torture. Prosecutions under the country's strict lèse-majesté laws, which protect the monarchy from insult, have risen sharply. In its annual report in January 2015, Human Rights Watch said military rule had sent human rights in Thailand into a freefall. Decisions and future. The NCPO repealed the 2007 constitution, save the second chapter which deals with the king. In addition, it formally ordered the dissolution of the caretaker government, while the Senate is dissolved on order of the NCPO. Other state agencies, including the courts and the independent organs, remain operative. The NCPO imposed a curfew throughout the country, ordering the people to stay indoors from 2200 to 5 o'clock. It laid down a ban on political gatherings and directed all protesters to disperse. It also ordered all educational institutes, both public and private, to close from 23 to the 25th of May 2014. Compensation. On the 2nd of August 2014, a law was issued to determine monthly salaries and other monetary benefits for NCPO staff. General Prayut was granted 125,590 baht per month.
Each of the other NCPO members was granted salaries of 119,920 baht per month. These salaries are in addition to the benefits they are already entitled to receive by virtue of the posts in the armed forces. Domestic and international reactions to the coup. Immediately after the coup was announced, People's Democratic Reform Committee protesters expressed the support for the takeover. Phra Bodhisattva, a Buddhist monk who is a PDRC eco-leader, went on stage and proclaimed the victory of the anti-Yingluck Shinawatra government protesters before requesting the protesters return to their homes. Some pro-Shinawatra government protesters dispersed at the behest of the military, while others refused to leave. The NCPO provided 70 military vehicles to send the protesters from both sides home. Canada Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird condemned the coup and said, "This decision violates Thailand's democratic principles and stands in stark contrast to the Army's earlier assurances that its role would be limited to securing public order. We hope and expect the Thai military will return Thailand to civilian rule as soon as possible, respect democratic processes and the rule of law, ensure freedom of expression and assembly, and guarantee due process for those who have been detained." EU. The European External Action Service called for the military to accept and respect the constitutional authority of civilian power and stressed the importance of holding credible and inclusive elections as soon as feasible. France. President François Hollande condemned the coup and called for an immediate return to the constitutional order and for a vote to be organized. UN. Ban Ki-moon, Secretary-General of the United Nations, issued a statement through his spokesman, expressing serious concern over the coup, calling for a prompt return to constitutional, civilian, democratic rule, and movement towards cooperation between the parties. USA. Secretary of State John Kerry strongly condemned the coup and said that this act will have negative implications for the U.S.-Thai relationship, especially for our relationship with the Thai military. UK. Britain expressed concern over the coup, however it did not go as far as to condemn it. The British Foreign Office urged British travellers to follow travel advice, and stated that, "We are concerned at the announcement of a military coup in Thailand and are following developments closely. We urge all sides to put aside their differences, and adhere to the values of democracy and the rule of law. This is clearly in the interests of the people of Thailand." They also added, ongoing political instability and the continued violence undermine Thailand's democratic framework. The NCPO in action. The government seized thousands of divisive blue medical boxes and towels intended for distribution to the elderly on the 12th of April 2016. The boxes were donated by the Democrat Party. The blue boxes carried the photo of Abhisat Vejjajiva, leader of the party. The military had only the week before seized almost 9,000 red Songkran water bowls from the Democrats' rival, the Pheu Thai Party. The NCPO adheres to principles, righteousness and fairness under the same law. People may wonder why things cannot be handed out during this time of happiness. Please understand the officials, said Colonel Biapong Klintpan, NCPO spokesman. The Democrats had assembled more than 1,200 sets of medicine boxes and towels for the elderly in Phran Kratai district of Kam Phaeng Phet province, a party stronghold. The giveaways were aimed at marking Elderly Day on the 13th of April.